Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And you know what? The South African Police Service, bless their cotton socks, they are the most corrupt organisation in the ANC government, I reckon. Apart from the politicians, of course. I mean, you can't beat the politicians. They're in a class of their own. But these South African Police Service cops, and I'm not talking about all the police in South Africa, but a growing number of the police. And you know that alcohol, it's illegal to move it at the moment. It's okay to consume it at home, but you can't move it from point A to point B in South Africa. And Becky Cele, God bless his cotton socks. You know what Becky Cele can go and do? Yeah. He can go and pog my horn. He is such an idiot. Anyway, let's get back to the story, shall we? Illegal alcohol sales during lockdown have flourished in some of the country thanks to corrupt police officers who have circumvented stringent no alcohol and tobacco lockdown regulations. They've been arrested all over the country, these cops, for breaking into liquor stores, for illegally dealing with liquor. You wonder who they actually work for. The ANC government, or for some kind of a hidden mafia personality behind this whole thing. Anyway, let's continue. Illegal alcohol sales during lockdown have flourished in some parts of the country, thanks to corrupt police officers who have circumvented stringent no alcohol and tobacco lockdown regulations. According to National Police spokesperson Brigadier Vish Naidoo, 11 police officers have been arrested in connection with alcohol-related crimes. On Monday, the 13th of April, 2020, a joint operation between police detectives from Otago, Bonnievale and Worcester in the Western Cape yielded the 11 arrests. The officers in question allegedly faked a complaint of a triggered burglar alarm and a housebreaking at a liquor outlet in Bonnievale. They were detained at the Montague police station and are due to appear in the Swellendam Magistrates Court. You've got to admire the ingenuity of these guys, haven't you? You know, I know the L factor is always missing in action, but when it comes to theft, wow, they are ingenious. You know, a triggered burglar alarm. Residents in some gang-infested areas confirmed to Maverick that some police officers were enabling the safe transport of alcohol to shebeens and taverns during the lockdown. Remember that video I put up on 2020, just the last couple of days, with that woman with a garage full of alcohol entertaining the police, and they weren't there to arrest her either. Amazing. This is the crazy side of South Africa. The gangster state. Anyway, let's continue. The arrest came in the wake of the arrest of two Delft police officers aged 45 and 50 after they had attempted to flee after being caught red-handed attempting to buy alcohol at a Strand liquor store during the lockdown. The alcohol was due to be resold illegally elsewhere. Experts, however, have warned that the trend will be exacerbated by the lockdown extension recently announced by President Cyril Ramaphosa. Gareth Newman, head of Justice and Violence Prevention at the Institute for Security Studies, said that at this stage it was difficult to grasp the full impact. He said, given that drug networks operate outside of the law and rely on police corruption, it is likely that they would adjust to the new situation relatively quickly. While they may face initial challenges in transporting and distributing drugs using routine routes and networks, the longer the lockdown lasts, the more likely they will adapt. Newham said the networks would extend into the illegal trade of alcohol and cigarettes, which would engage gangs to increase profits and reach. It has been reported by the BBC that gangs in the Western Cape have called a truce. This is likely to enable them to adjust to the lockdown and continue their operations. On the 8th of April 2020, and we covered this on this channel, in the 2020 channel, The BBC featured a news insert that rival gangs in Manenberg had undertaken a truce. The item showed gang members handing out food parcels to residents. The hidden narrative, said some residents, is that only those households which served to hide the gang's drug stash were identified for food relief. There's always another side to the story, isn't there? Let's continue. A police officer speaking to Maverick on condition of anonymity accused some of their colleagues of working for and with underworld figures, drug kingpins and leaders of the 28s, the terrible Josters and other gangs that operate in Manenberg, Hanover Park, Lavender Hills, Elsie's River, Hermanus, Bonterheuvel, Belhar and Mitchell's Plain. Where have I heard that word Mitchell's Plain before? Oh yeah, that's right. We had another story about that last night on the 2020 channel. Yeah, not good. Not good, not good, not good. The officer confirmed to Maverick that 2 colleagues from Delft had been arrested at the Somerset Mall purchasing alcohol from a bottle shop. He said the specific liquor store was closed, and this raises questions about how the 2 officers knew the store was open. We suspect the dirty cops transport alcohol or drugs to and from merchants, sell it on their behalf, and take it safely to buyers. But it is an impossible task to catch them in the act or get a whistleblower to spill the beans, because community members don't want to speak out. Activist Colin Aronser said the alcohol and drug market had turned into a black market as a result of the lockdown. He said, to keep the fires burning and minimize losses, crime syndicates and drug bosses have resorted to using corrupt police officers, he said. It is still business as usual, despite the lockdown. The total ban on the sale of liquor has also seen a spike in the looting of liquor outlets in the Western Cape. And I got a message from Strauss, who lives in Pietermaritzburg. And he said to me, he said, guess what? He said, my local liquor store here in Pietermaritzburg has just been looted. It's happening all over South Africa. It's what I said was going to happen, and it's going to get worse. To date, a ShopRite liquor store in Langer, Tops in Avonwood, Elsie's River, Diamonds in Holt Road, Elsie's River, and Picardy and Stellenbosch have been looted. Police have since arrested 21 suspects allegedly behind 16 suspected liquor-related crimes. Police Minister Becky Cele, lauding the arrest, also expressed concern about the alleged involvement of police members in some of the liquor-related crimes during the lockdown. Cele has also called for an urgent meeting of the South African Police Service management to address liquor retailers to work on a strategy to mitigate the risk. Meanwhile, the National Police Commissioner, General Kala Setoli, has, in terms of the South African Police Service anti-corruption strategy, sanctioned an urgent departmental investigation into the 2 incidents involving police members. Should the officers be found guilty, they would be dismissed from the service. Well, if you dismissed every cop in the South African Police Service who wasn't involved in criminals and gangs, you'd probably have a few thousand left, because it is just part of the gangster state. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe.